Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. It's time for another Intrigue Journal with the intriguingly beautiful Julianne.
Oh, thank you.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you both too. Well,
Okay, how are you going to blow our minds today?
Okay, we're going to talk about spinoffs. I'm talking about technology spinoffs. These are technology that's been reapplied to terrestrial life. So sharing NASA's technology with the taxpaying public.
Oh.
So this is a mandate that goes back to NASA's beginnings. Eisenhower believed that it should be shared, repurposed with the public. And I agree.
Oh, so we get to take advantage of NASA technology.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about some of the benefits today.
Okay.
Beginning with this sleek mouse.
Oh.
A man by the name of Doug Engelbart.
That's a nameful right there. Doug Engelbart.
Invented the mouse. He actually, NASA's was looking for a more interactive way of working with the computers. And so they hired him. He had some good ideas. He got the funding. He came up with the first prototype, which was actually a wooden mouse. We have a picture of that.
Oh, wait, let me look at that. Oh, wow, look at that.
And Engelbart actually named it himself. I guess because of the size and because it had a tail-like cord.
That makes sense.
So this was in the early 60s. This was, and he, in 1968, had the final kind of completed version. And he delivered what is known as the mother of all demos. This was the first computer system complete. We have a video of that.
We have video. Oh, let's look, yeah.
The first computer system complete with the mouse, the keyboard, the display. He was a visionary who believed, he saw that humans would one day have this extra hardware to share ideas and information. So computing went from just mere computations to communications at that point.
That is 1968.
That was 1968,
Wow.
yeah. And
I didn't know we were so smart back then.
I know.
Exactly, right? It just keeps growing. The person who actually allotted the funding to that went on to develop what's called ARPANET. That was the forerunner of the internet. So it all makes sense. Second on the list, memory foam. Thank you, NASA.
Without it.
I've had a mattress out of that before.
It's great, isn't it? The astronauts needed to be comfortable in their trips. And if you're going to be sleeping on the moon, why not lay your head on something comfortable and cozy, right? Gotta
Love
do that.
it.
Third on the list, this the best-selling orthodontics of all time. Do you know what it is?
Is it Invisalign? Or-
Yes. Now this is not actually Invisalign. I'm so impressed. This is actually molds, but it's props that I had along, so I brought it. But it's similar. It's a translucent gel. This is Sean Paul's, and this is mine.
I'm not touching them then.
You see a difference, though, in the size there?
His mouth is huge!
In his words, I married a gorilla.
That is a drastic size difference, though.
But you know, he
is.
He needs to have he needs it for his magic.
Yes. The reason I knew that is because I also have my Invisalign trace at home. I did Invisalign,
Oh,
so
you
yeah.
do? Okay, so you know all about that.
I do.
NASA. Did you know it was from
I did not know it was NASA.
So, do their teeth move in space?
You tell us.
I don't know. I just know I did
Play on
Invisalign.
words.
Yeah, I didn't. That technology though, they created that NASA did?
Okay, so no, their teeth don't move in space. It's actually, they needed this. This was actually for some kind of locating heat-seeking missiles. It's something to do. It's some material that they needed for something else that then they apply to something that we can use.
Which
So
I
that's
loved
what
it, and it was the best 6 months of my life and straightened my teeth, so I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks, NASA.
We also have precision GPS. What did we do before this?
We printed out the MapQuest directions.
We did, yeah. Printed
No,
it up.
before that, I had the giant map in my car that would highlight the route with a highlighter.
Exactly.
Do you remember those days?
Oh, for sure. And then you had to have a navigator, a co-pilot with you, for sure. They also gave us the scratch-resistant and UV protection eyewear because in space there's a lot of debris and dust that they have
never
to
thought about that.
protect their equipment
Me
from.
either.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
genius.
Dried fruit and safe packaging. The very first American astronaut, John Glenn, didn't have access to this. He actually had in sort of a toothpaste tube applesauce.
Yum.
Yummy.
He was only
Yummy.
out there for 5 hours, so I guess he didn't eat a whole bunch. Also, baby formula.
What?
They were looking for a plant-based food that didn't have a lot of water, that didn't weigh a lot, and so they started searching in algae, looking at algae. They found a certain nutrient that was only found in human breast milk at that point.
Wow.
They were able to synthesize it, reproduce it, and now it goes
Wow.
in. It's the combination of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acid. It goes, now they put it in olive oil, peanut butter, eggs, and baby formula.
Wow.
Isn't that
I never knew that.
Me either.
Speaking of babies, have you cochlear implants?
Yes.
This is another thing that's come from NASA. We have you seen these videos of people hearing for the first time?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Let's roll that.
Oh, we have one?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry.
I know. Oh, I'm so happy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hello. Hello.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry.
I've never seen that face before.
Oh my gosh. You're making me cry. I'm serious. I can't take that. I think there's nothing sweeter though than a
Jean-Paul, we
baby
need some more-
hearing their mother's voice for the first time. I just can't even. I can't even. I can't even.
It's beautiful. Well,
Oh, gosh.
the person who developed that was hearing impaired himself. He worked at the Kennedy Space Center, and he developed the
amazing.
implant. It is. There were other medical inventions too: prosthetics, insulin pumps, as well as cardiac pumps, and the ear.
Yes, I've had that as a doctor.
Thermometer.
Yeah.
Yes, the ear thermometer. It's actually infrared technology that they use to measure the temperature of stars.
That's amazing.
But my favorite,
Yes,
my
is-
favorite of all time is, it goes back to an Apollo era partnership with Black & Decker, where they're looking for cordless tools for moon exploration
Yes.
and picking up samples,
Yeah.
sample collection.
Oh,
We
look what you have.
The dust buster!
So great for
greatest
like
household
stairs.
invention.
I love it.
Oh, yes,
It's
my dog
perfect.
hates it, but I love it. So there's a lot of just really great technology, and not just technology, but management. There's that came about from NASA. There's a man by the name of George Meuller, who actually headed up, here he is.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
He headed up the human space exploration in the Apollo era, and he implemented a lot of changes that were critical to the accomplishment of these extraordinary goals that we had. And they involved changes where engineers could actually connect with higher ups real easily. He trusted lower level employees and their vision, and that style has been adopted by a lot of the Silicon Valley startups.
Julianne, you've blown our minds yet again today. This is amazing.
true.
Thank you, NASA, is what we need to say.
Yes.
Thank you. So, Julianne, thank you for being intriguing as always.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right, don't go anywhere. Ozarks Fox AM will be right back.
I think I've used all of these.